What is going on today, guys? Tomcat here, and today I'm bringing you guys a drift build of the 2015 Mustang GT in Forza Horizon 2. Now, later on, I'll be doing a drag build of this car, but I wanted to start it out with a drift build to kind of, I don't know, just to kind of feel out the car and just see what the car likes in terms of upgrades. Now, being that I come from a drifting background, that's kind of how I generally build a car first, and then I'll do other builds on it later down the road. So, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to lower it, because it needs it. That wheel gap, though, it's pretty crazy. Anyway, a 1.01 inch drop really helps it, especially in the looks department. It helps in the looks department and in the performance department, actually. Gets rid of the wheel gap, for the most part. At least it gets rid of it enough for my taste. And definitely going to upgrade the brakes, too, because when you're doing a drift build, you want that responsiveness that race brakes can give you. And for the wheels and tires, I want to get this handled real quick because I'm not sure if it's on... Okay, so it's on streets already, so we don't really need to go up to sports. I mean, you could, but that would be only if you were running your drift car with, like, maybe, I don't know, 800 plus horsepower, which we might end up with. We may come back and change that tire compound. I'm not sure, though. Now, it comes stock with 275s in the back. We could go up to 295s, we could go up to 315s. I'm going to actually, for now, I'm going to go up to 295s, and then I'm going to see what options it gives us in the front, and I may or may not stick with that. So, we could go, we currently have 255s, we could go 265 or 275. I'm going to go 275 up front, 295 in the back, just a little bit more contact with the road, but since we left it on street tires, it's going to still allow us to slide the car a little bit. So, for the wheels, I definitely want to get some HRE wheels on here because not only do I know that they're going to look good, but there's so many different styles to choose from. Honestly, pretty much all of these have looked really good so far, but I still want to go through them and see. I like those a lot, but I like those a lot too. These fit it really well. Gonna need to make them a little bigger, though. 19, 20, 21. You know, honestly, 21 doesn't look all that bad in the back. It doesn't look too big. I'm gonna go up to 21 in the back, and then 20 up front, because for some reason, and I feel like normally that size would look too big, but for some reason, right, like, here now on this car, they don't look too big. They really don't. And we do not want the Forza AERO. We could take the wing off. It's like a little lip wing. I'm actually going to take it off. I think it looks kind of nice with it off. It looks like you can just keep that natural curve of the rear of the car. I like it, personally, with it off. Now, for the aspiration conversion, we could go twin turbo, or we could go with a positive displacement supercharger. Now, I'm thinking since it's a Mustang, we should just go supercharger. But what I might do in the future is rework this build and try it out with twin turbos just to see what the difference is. Now, I know we're going to get a higher output overall from the twin turbo system, but for this application, I'm going to try it with the supercharger, because the supercharger, you're going to get the optimal response well, you're going to get the optimal response everywhere in the power band. If you go with the twin turbos, you'll still get great response, but only if you keep it up in the higher RPMs. So we're going to go ahead and build up the engine a little bit. I say a little bit. We're probably going to max the thing out like we normally do. Well, not normally. It didn't quite become normal until I got a ton of credits in Horizon 2. Now that I have a ton of credits, I'm like, yeah, let's max out everything. I'm going to guess probably, oh, I don't know, 850 to 900. That's my guess for what we're going to end up with. We're doing really well. 688, I don't know, maybe not. Maybe not 850 to 900. 729, probably between 800 and 850, I'm actually, yeah, more like 800 and 850 probably. Alright, last upgrade, the supercharger, and 836 horsepower. So between 800 and 850 was right. 836, that is absolutely a healthy amount of power. And I think it's not only going to get this thing sideways extremely easily, but I think it's just going to be a really fun car. Now, we should probably just upgrade all of the drivetrain parts too, because you may, I don't know, the fact that the power damage to the drivetrain isn't simulated in Forza is kind of, I don't know, it's kind of unrealistic, because in Forza you could take a car that started out with 300 horsepower and bump it up to 1,000 and still run it on the stock clutch and it'd be fine. Whereas in real life, if you did that, your stock clutch would explode immediately. So it's not quite totally realistic how they do it, but it's close enough. But that's why I like to upgrade the drivetrain parts as well. So let's go ahead and test this thing out and see how much of a beast it actually is. And I considered repainting the wheels, but I really like them in that silver chrome color that a lot of the HREs come in. I think they look really good. So first thing I want to do actually though is hear how much supercharger whine this thing is. So I'm going to get away from the festival because there's music over there. And I just want to be able to hear the car. It has pretty much like none at all. The power is there, yeah, but I'm not actually hearing any supercharger whine. That's a little bit weird, actually. Normally you expect that. Oh, wow. Oh, my God. That's brilliant. Oh, it just doesn't want to stop spinning the rear tires. It's brilliant. You can just keep the thing sideways forever. Just run up through the gears and just keep going and going and going. Okay. I was like, is he going to take me out? Is he going to take me out? Nope. Okay, we're good. This is just so good. I love it. This uneven terrain is messing with me, though. If I can get down here and... oh, yeah, I was a little short for that corner. But nonetheless, it will go sideways immediately and stay there. Pretty much no matter what gear you're in, with this amount of power in this car, it doesn't matter what gear you're in, really. It will spin the rear tires and go sideways at the drop of a hat, pretty much. It will do, and the thing about it is, it's controllable, though. It'll do whatever you tell it to do, but it also does it in that, in kind of almost like an insane kind of a way. You're always trying to find that balance between controlling it and completely losing it. I didn't lose my score, but I lost the drift. Let's see how it does from the inside.
You've earned a skill point.
Oh boy. Ow. I'll take my skill point, and I don't know, we'll spend it on that. Thank you. Alright, cool. Now, let's actually head to the airport to test this car, because that's going to be the best place where we can really get the thing sideways and experience it at the limit. So, go ahead and fast travel there, and we'll do some drifting some more drifting in first person, and then switch over between first and third person, just so we can get a sense of both views. And it's also very good at burnouts. But then again, pretty much any 800 plus horsepower Mustang is going to be brilliant for burnouts. That's what pretty much half of them are built to do. Oh boy, that's too much. That's too much. What's up, planes? Oh, there we go. Yes. Right through here. It's you know what? It's surprisingly... Ow! Never mind. But no, it is surprisingly maneuverable, especially for a couple of things. The type of car that it is, and the amount of power that it has. Generally, these super high horsepower drift cars aren't that maneuverable. I mean, they're great for long, sweeping drifts, but they're usually not good for stuff like what I just did, like going, like threading the car in between two really tight obstacles. It's a lot better, actually, at that than you would imagine, especially if you're used to a lot of your high horsepower drift cars being only good for drifting in really open areas. But this car is brilliant for both. And you can actually see something at the last second and then be like, you can see yourself heading towards an obstacle and then be like, I want to go this way. You can actually just change your line mid-drift, and it's so responsive that it'll actually let you do it. There we go. There we go. Wasn't quite a wall tap or anything like that, but it was close. And this thing loves angle, too. It absolutely loves it. Easy to transition, too. That's another thing. It's very easy to get this thing to transition. It doesn't whip on you or anything. It just kind of feels like, almost like you're working off of its natural momentum. It's got this kind of, like, really natural feel to it. It doesn't feel like you're fighting with it at all. There's no, really no disagreement between what you want to do and what the car is willing to do with this build. Oh, as close to the plane as possible. See if we can do that again. Oh, a little too close. Yeah, that didn't work out. Nor did that. Get a little bit of third-person action going. Oh, not bad. That was really close to that wall. I'm just trying to see how close I can get to things now. Because this car is so precise, or at least a lot more precise than I expected it to be. Now I'm just trying to get as close to things, like those boxes. I'm trying to get as close to things as I can without hitting them. It's a great way to challenge yourself, really, as long as you don't lose it like I did right there. Oh crap! Oh crap! Oh wow, we ran into that really hot, and then we, I was thinking I was going to go straight into that fuel tank. Back into the car, barely clipped it. Oh. It barely clipped the, that little curb and then hit the plane. That was pretty close. There we go. Ooh. That count? Yes, it did. It counted as a wall tap. Oh, damn. Come on. It was good while we were going, but then we ended up running into that, like, just stack of boxes. But I was really surprised with this car. I was expecting it I knew it would go sideways easily, but I wasn't expecting it to be this precise. Generally, Mustangs aren't this precise, but this one worked out really, really well, and I would definitely recommend it to anybody that wants a controllable drift car that's especially easy for beginners. If you're learning how to drift, this is a brilliant car for anybody that's learning how to drift, especially, I would say maybe back the power down a little bit if you're not used to this kind of power, but other than that, this car is great for anybody that's just starting to practice, or maybe a beginner drifter that wants a good car. This will work out very, very well for pretty much anybody that's in that kind of situation. So we're going to finish it up with a jump. Hopefully I can actually carry some speed off of it before it just throws wheel spin everywhere and into the wall. But if you guys enjoyed the drift build, don't forget to leave me a like. Tell me in the comment section down below what you guys thought of it. And if you're new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe for more. And I will see you guys in the next one. Talk to you guys later.